your traumas? What are your challenges? What are some things you have endured that have made you stronger? Because oftentimes our passion and our purpose and our service comes out of the fact that we went through something that we don't want to see anybody else go through ever again. And so we learn these lessons, and so it's here where I was doing really well. I was doing pageants on the outside. I was looking real good, but I was also being molested by family members in the middle of that. And as a result of not talking about it and not sharing it with anybody, I ended up with adult acne to the point where I literally had looked like that every day walking around. And so there are some things you know about yourself that you've just been holding on the inside, suppressing, that you need to share with somebody to help somebody else, to even release it from yourself. Those are obstacle questions. And then outcome questions. These are things that you ask yourself, you know what? Outcome. What tools and lessons do I have as a result of what I've been through? What do I have that I've gained from this that I can help others with? How do I take care of me? I literally use this because I felt like I was on the basement of my emotional floor because I did not feel like as the leader, I felt like I did not have anybody else to talk to. Because leaders, where do leaders go to get counseling? Who teaches the teacher? Who counsels the counselor, right? And so what I did was I created literally a circle of women and said, this is the place where I will not be the doctor. I will not be the reverend. I will not be the teacher. I will be the facilitator of a discussion so we can all help each other. And so we have to decide, what do we want the outcome to be of our issues, of our challenges? And so with deconstruction, because of the questions that you're asking yourself, you get to say, I serve out of my personal story. Can you say that? I serve out of my personal story. All right. And the last process right there is reconstruction. Say reconstruction. 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 And so this is beautiful because after you, and it's a process, right? But after you go through the process of what do I like? What do I love? What do I dislike? Okay, if I can't really figure that out, let me break all this down so I can figure it out for myself. And then from there, I get to rebuild. Somebody say rebuild. Rebuild. Somebody say recreate. Recreate. Listen, don't you ever feel like you're too old. You are never too old to begin again. You are never too young to stand up and be vocal. I love that your theme is that we would have power in our voices. We would have joy in our sisterhood. And we would have a service in our heart, because we have to get to the point where even if we don't feel it right now, we still can be it. Even if you don't feel it right now, you can still be it. You can reconstruct. And so you get to serve out of your power to choose. Tell somebody, say it out loud. I serve out of my power to choose. I'm going to share with you, the last thing I want to share with you is my affirmation. My affirmation for myself is because I felt like I had to dim my light and shrink myself, because I knew God had created me to be a wonderful, big personality in the world, a brilliant light in the world, but I felt like I was making other people around me uncomfortable. So I chose to hide and dim my light to make everybody else around me feel comfortable. And I still, can I just tell you, can I boast in the Lord for a second? In the midst of me dimming my light, I was still able to win pageants. I was still able to sing places. Can you imagine what I had done if I had just gone full out in what God had called me to be? And so what I decided was, I wasted too many years, wasted too many months, wasted too many days and too many moments. I come from light because I needed some justification for myself. I can't just be out here bragging like I'm all that in a bag of chips. I come from light. God is light. He created me, and He says I'm light. And as a result, it would be disrespectful to my Creator to dim my light. Yeah. So, come to the table. So that we can talk about your purpose, and we can talk talk about your life journey. I wanted to make sure I honored the time. I have so much more I could share with you, but I am just honored to be able to share the fact that I am a purpose pusher. I am no longer going to dim my light, and in whatever way you serve, make sure that you are serving out of your passion and your purpose. Make sure that you are serving out of your personal story, and make sure you know that you have the power to choose. All right? And if you want any next steps, come see me at the table. There's some things that might be passed out to you. And again, you can text me. Love you guys. Thank you for your time.
Dr. Richardson, or should I say Sora Richardson. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. On behalf of the Okinawa Alumni Chapter, we have this gift for you. Thank you for joining us today. We very, very much appreciate it. Thank you. And before and as we prepare to close down this segment of the day,